Well, I'm Sean Watkins, and
My name is John Foreman, and we are
Fiction Family.
Fiction Family.
We've been writing songs and playing together since '05. We grew up in San Diego together, and we didn't grow up in San Diego together. We grew up in San Diego separately, and then met and started writing songs, and now we've got a little band, and it's really fun.
I've known Jamie for a while. The very first To Write Love on Our Arms shirt was he actually opened the box at a Switchfoot show a while back, and I just happened to be there and thought, oh man, this is great. What a great story. Because I had the whole story printed on the inside of the shirt. So I put the shirt on and said, you mind if I talk about this from stage tonight and wear it? And that was kind of my first involvement with the organization. He and the whole story of To Write Love on Our Arms started so honest and open-ended, because it's basically the story of a guy who met someone who needed help and was trying to figure out, how do you help someone who's struggling with depression, addictions, suicidal thoughts? What do you do with these issues? Because the fact of the matter is, life is messy, and all of us at one point struggle with these things or know someone who's battled these demons. And so To Write Love in Our Arms is an organization that helps bring light to these dark corners of our world.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't begin with any idea of a nonprofit in mind. It was literally just an attempt to help her and to tell a story of the 5 days that some friends and I spent with her after she was denied entry into a treatment center in Orlando. And just set out to tell a story. To Write Love in Our Arms was the name of that story, and posted it online and started printing and selling t-shirts just in Orlando to try to raise money for her drug treatment. And really the nonprofit grew out of the response to the story. We just heard right away so many people saying that the story we were telling was a story they could relate to. It was their story, it was their girlfriend or their dad or a neighbor, a classmate. And specifically, Renee was struggling with drug addiction, depression, self-injury, had attempted suicide. And so primarily we began to hear from folks dealing with those things. And over the years you could expand that to eating disorders. And I think really the common thread has just been that we all relate to pain, and we all go through seasons when life is really difficult. And so it's been amazing to be able to point not only to professional help in the form of counseling and treatment, but even to the idea that a lot of people live alone. A lot of this stuff lives as secrets, and so trying to encourage people to have honest relationships and to have a support system and a community.
When Jamie said that he's bringing kind of a tour that would go across the nation that would talk about these issues and use music and poetry as a way to get a little bit deeper on these things, I was very excited about the idea that Sean and I could, with the music that we have, actually participate in that kind of an evening.
It seems like, folks who write songs and make music, they can get away with being really honest in the context of a song. There's words you can sing in a chorus that for some reason it's difficult to say them outside of a song, And so music seems to get this hall pass where it's allowed to be really honest, and it reminds us it's okay to feel things, it's okay to ask questions, it's okay to hurt, and we think there's something to that. And for these guys, who we're out on the road with, they have this gift of songwriting. But for everyone else, we have this hard stuff in our lives, but a lot of us don't know what to do with it. Can I say this out loud? Can I ask this question? What response would I be met with? And so we think there's a lot of common ground with that honesty.
Music gets in through the back door. Music kind of disarms bombs. Music can seep into your pores without you knowing it. And for me personally, as a songwriter, I can sing about things that I would never tell people. I can sing about sex, God, pain, hatred, fear, frustration, and I can sing these songs in front of perfect strangers and feel completely good about it. But I would never, talk about these things. And so, for a night like tonight, where you're trying to bring up these darker issues, music has a way of letting light into the room in a really natural setting. It's appropriate.
So we are on the road now until February 18th. The tour wraps up at the House of Blues in Orlando on the 18th, and we'd love to see you somewhere along the way. You can find all the dates and info on our website. It's TWLOHA.com. Thank you.